What it do?
I'm a spirit speaking, truth seeking, heart reaching, knowledge leaking, seeds sowing, harvest reaping, man of meager means. I have yet to leave, I'm still breathing. To quit, I have no reason. I mean, I'm asleep, but I be trying to live my dreams. I cannot even act if it's all easy. Either you gon' do it or you don't. Really, it ain't no in between. Baby, you can ask the sun, it's an everyday thing. Consistency in your routine is how you bring reality. Working like a slave, that's how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night, I rest in peace. They remember me, but I am not Haram beef.
What's good, family? Man, what's good, man? What's good? Can we get our more spoken prayer real fast, Noble Malik?
Yeah, Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah that protect our guide and our salvation by night and by day through His holy prophet, through Ali, Amen, Ashay, Shalom, our King, Amen, Amen. Peace, peace, peace.
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second. I'll
Peace,
grab
peace,
my
peace, Malik.
peace. Good heart.
What up?
Man, I'm excited to come out there to Sacramento to see y'all, man.
Yeah, can't wait.
You know, it's gonna be epic. Y'all, you don't even know. You don't even know.
I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a joyous time. It's always a joyous time when I'm around y'all brothers, man. And before I get started, I just want to give y'all honors, man. You know, y'all are men, and people are seeing the real man. How when man honors man, we honor God within, because we all are God and nobles. And I just want to give honor to the cipher. I want to give honor to your parents, you know, because no matter what we may think, or no matter what we may not agree with our parents, the ones that's here, it's all due to our parents. It's all due to Allah.
Yep.
So regardless how we look at certain things, or we talk about certain situations that may not be stumbling blocks to other people, that's the reason why they succeeded. I feel we have the opportunity to change that paradigm. So I just want to say honor to y'all, man, for rocking with me, man, and helping me get over a lot of things that, you know, I had, you know, issues, you know, when I lost my brother. So this brotherhood is really, really therapy for me, as I do therapy for others. But also, I encourage brothers here that's learning with us, man, and may have been here for a minute, to hit us up, man. Talk to us. We real people. We do real things. And if you've been following so-called more science, I say it like that, and you think something is not right, we are always an outlet just for you can say, hey, man, what do you think about this? And I promise you, we're going to steer you in the right direction. We almost like, we like the fact checkers of things. We're not here. We're not against rap, and we're not against rap. You shut up, yeah, I'm not. So when we talk about these things, I tell men and women, don't be afraid to hit us up, because we're a real group of people. But with that being said, y'all, I want to talk about a specific topic today. And today I want y'all to be involved, if you have time, to research these things and just give me a little summary of what you get. It's not gonna be hard. Now let's go back and let's see if my nobles will be like, yeah, you spoke of these things. So back a while ago, I used to talk about how books were going to be obsolete, you know, like, and what people be in to be like. I used to talk about this all the time when I saw Google spent $25 million on taking books, right, and making them ebooks and making them PDFs. But what I was looking at is like, why would they take the time to do these things? Now, you know what I mean? Why? What's the significance of this? Because nobody do these things osmosisly. That's, you know, so it's a reason. You should know the reason. You should know the reason why these things, they taking them and making them obsolete and taking chapters out the books. I told people this a long time ago. I said, I know what's getting ready to happen. So people talk about, they say, what you mean? What's getting ready to happen? I say it's already happening. What? AI. What do you mean? Watch this. AI. I showed y'all the video, and I think it erased somehow. I don't even know. I sent y'all this little video, and it's showing this like how books are being sliced per se, you know. And we use the analogy. You say what, Noble?
Sliced and diced.
Yeah. And we go back in history and we talk about the so-called, not the so-called, the book burning, and in Alexandria, you know, what happened. And so then here it is, boom, we get current today. But let me stay back in history. And y'all just, if y'all can, just do a little Google research and just give me the little summary of what you get if you have time. If not, I'll do it. But it's not going to take a long time, right? So I always talk about synchronicity. Once we get to a higher level of understanding, we come to a level of peace. We come to a level of understanding, right? We come to a level of things. We come to a level of things we should understand. Nothing else, right? Right?
That's right.
So all I'm asking, brothers and sisters, I'm I'm throwing a plea out because I don't want to go too far in what I'm going to say, right? If they burn all the books and took everything and regurgitated it, and all these times in history, you can see this happening. Y'all don't see this happen back then. When you look up Frederick Douglass, he wrote a document and a little, you know, it might not be too many pages on the importance of reading. And Malcolm X did. Mm-hmm. Malcolm X wrote a document on the importance of reading. So when you research that, you'll be like, okay, you see the importance, what? Of reading. Of what you mean? Reading. And I don't want to stay too far in the explanation of, you know, what it's saying, but when you think about reading, right? When you think about understanding, you think about why this happening, and then I didn't have an epiphany. I remember this certain book, this certain novel, and then I remember a movie about it. Have y'all ever heard of Fahrenheit 451?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
And what was that about?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what was that about?
That was about
it was like getting rid of books, right?
Yep, getting rid of books. That's right.
Right?
Yep. AI.
Think about it.
PDFs.
Think about how it can be controlled if certain individuals don't have access. Think of how it can be controlled when certain things are obsolete. How the pen can be controlled. Why? Because you will be able to go to no one except people like myself and others that's into that to be able to get things. Why? Because it's going to be obsolete. It's going to be obsolete. It's no disrespect. So when you look at these, when I say sometimes books be playing out movies, sometimes certain things you'll be like, well, wait a minute. It'd be right in your face. And so I'm not saying books are all the things, but it's one of the tools, and it's a major tool. It's a major tool. This is what I'm trying to, yes. And just like me and Noble Malik was talking about today, he hit me up after he worked out. He was like, he was walking down the street and it was an event. Yeah. You go in there, look at a couple books, 3 books. One of the books like $536. And I say, a lot of times, man, how can I say, wisdom be right in front of our faces. And so that's how easy it can be erased. I'm using that as an analogy. How the ease it is to go get it off the shelf like my brother did right there, because that AIM card is going to tell a lot of history. It's going to connect back to a lot of stuff. You're going to see a lot of symbology and a lot of monuments that look the same somewhere else, because dots are going to start connecting. You know what I'm saying? So it's a reason why things are being done in this type of fashion. And I told everyone, I'm talking about things going to be obsolete. People don't understand having your hand on certain things so you will know how to operate. It's pieces of literature that will clear all the madness up, and every individual would be able to ask. How can I say it? They won't even ask. You would be able to answer your own question. Why? Because the question that you would be asking, you will have it. This is the only way the children can be the future. How do I know? Because the stuff that I have, man, is on college, it's in their libraries. That's how I know. All these books is in Oxford, Cambridge, and Harvard. All of them. Every book. Everyone I'm about to show y'all today. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I got one more book I didn't have with me, but I explained that last book. But all 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the other book, Atlantis of the Latter Days. They cost $3,000. They cost 3 bands total for 5 books. And then as I was speaking with some others, conversing, because I love to converse. Every time I come home, I know, a lot of people. I know Muslims, XYZ, other people that believe in this. I knew a couple Hebrew Israelite brothers, but they be on their own thing. So I let people be people. I'll get into all that extra because that's a waste of my time. I don't think I'm that. I would say that when people ask me, I say, no, I don't look at myself that low. And it's no disrespect to anyone. I don't look at myself as low. I don't look at myself as the worst of. It's no text I've read and that I promulgate to any young man, any kid that have to represent you. Do it represent people? Yes, some people, not me, not my family. So this is what I always tell people about understanding. And so, man, I had the pleasure, y'all, Malik, to talk to some people that knew about every book I had in my hand. Like literally, and I hope he come on here, man. I really do. I hope he come on here. I told him, I said, I'll let you introduce yourself. You will come on the page. It's gonna be somebody that people probably wouldn't even think out their mind. Wouldn't think out their mind, man. I promise you. He was like, well, you just who you are, Sheik. And he was like, it's gonna happen. He was like, it's a shift. And he a Christian preacher. Yeah, I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he a Christian preacher. I keep it 100, man. He was like, no, young brother. He was like, with all due respect, he was like, I love Farrakhan, but he was like, what you saying and what you already producing, and he was like, I'm with that. Because you got to be with it. Why wouldn't you? The body of work we able to do. Yeah. And I'm just showing, and I just wanted to show this. And here it is, a whole group of other individuals that study. That's a whole different you. Know about everything I'm talking about. He was like, yeah, you got those? I said, yeah. And he was like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Flint. I'm showing these books because, I'll be keeping these in my bag. Because there's certain people I don't know. I always run into people that's into what I'm into, no matter what color they are. I don't know. Call it whatever you want to call it. Hell, be honest. And bam, it just came up, And so I'm talking about melanin, the chemical key to Black greatness. Here it is. The man said, yeah, that was in the background of Bobby Hemmett video. I said, how you know? He said, man, he's like, I know about all this. This ain't no melanated man. You hear me, Malik?
Yep.
This what I be telling people, and everybody be like, oh.
But he is a melanated man, because everybody got melanin.
Per se, right. I agree, Malik. I agree. But I'm just talking about the common conversation. Right. When people come with this fallacy that being who we are is some, I don't know. Y'all tell me.
Isn't it called hue melanin? Like human, hue melanin?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is what they call it or something? Is right?
Yeah. This right here, melanin, the chemical key to Black greatness. the harmful effects of toxic drugs on melanin centers within the black human. This is a good piece of wisdom to have. I always recommend things for brothers and sisters, and I say it don't matter what we so-called believe in as we get to the level of understanding. Because once you get to that level of understanding, you're going to see all those with your degrees to get where you at. That's all. That's all. We coming from a whole nother level, man. We coming from a whole nother level of what? Understanding. You got to understand. Once you understand, you're dealing with a whole different type of consciousness.
Hey, so the other book I picked up was it's called The Healthy Cell Concept.
Mm-hmm.
That was another book I picked up over there at the State Sale.
That's probably dealing with your cell salts.
Oh, it's talking about everything. The gland system, the glandular system, like your pituitary, your thyroid, your thalamus, your liver.
Yeah. And you got all that. You got all that at that estate sale, didn't you?
Yep. Your brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves, the nervous system, the colon, why it functions and operates, and what you should be eating to improve these things to keep them functioning at optimal rates. The tooth, your enamel, all of that stuff. Salivary glands. But we went over this in the what was that thing you did? You went over the human body. I forget what it was called. What was the name of it though? But you went over all these things, how they correlate to the universe and your body. We did a class on it. I just can't remember what the topic was.
I agree, and that's all. And that's what we're here for, man. I'm like, no, we're not none of that. But it is out from what I'm seeing, y'all. And I think once the shift happens, no one is greater than you and I. What do you mean? No one have the abilities you and I don't have. No one has the power you and I don't have. No one have the love you and I don't have.
Unity.
We have the ability. What? Like when I've been telling people, I said, man, we got the ability to do what we need to do right now.
Unite.
It's a shift. It's a shift. We talk about, man, I talk about brotherhood. I don't talk about changing nobody's religion. I promise you, when you come here, you'll be like, you understand, because that's what brotherhood is all about. But you will have a clear idea, or you will at least have a base, because I know it's getting ready to happen to our research. That means something to your kids. And to you, what? It's going to be gone. It's going to be gone. And all I'll be saying is like, why do it cost so much? Why does the Russian icons cost hundreds of dollars? And it's plates in here. And then it'll take you to other levels of asking questions of Russian icons, not no ancient blacks. You mean Russian icons. Then you'll start thinking about Saint Mark. You'll start thinking about all those certain things. You'll start thinking about Corsica with the flag and Swarty and all those things that you'll be looking at in history. And then you'll be like, well, if this is this, and they here in this biblical context as well, it was something. I hope some light bulbs don't went off, but we don't have these things to digest and to be able to dissect. I'm telling you, these things dissected. This stuff is in Harvard. This is at the University of Florida libraries, you know, in academia. When I say they have it. So when people be thinking things is new, because you will go on YouTube and see a brother making a video about the ancient blacks, and he's quoting Russian icons. And I always cringe when I hear that word BLACK, explaining something that's ancient, with all due respect. With all due respect. And so just like different parts in history, different parts in war per se, or just say, not even hypothetically, brothers and sisters, when you have these conversations, because they're going to come up. Why? Because the times that's happening right now, you know? Because the times that are happening right now, you know, and we talk about is pieces of literature called The Forgotten Cause of the Civil War, right? Yeah. A new look at the slavery issue by Lawrence R. Tenzer. Like, if you had the chance just to take a little peek at those things and be able to, you know, especially for the youth that's taking certain classes. Because man, like Dante said before, and I didn't know that some teachers will have roots and certain things and Willie Lynch as a required reading to take their course. I didn't know that, you know, and if that's still promulgated, you know, that's messed up. But that's how easy, what I'm saying, y'all, that's how easy things can be passed down if they're not challenged or able to be challenged in academia the right way. So these type of curriculums can be shared with our kids instead of always talking about some times where everybody so-called came on a vote. Because me and Malik, I've talked about it before when we broke down the one world Tartarians and we compared in contrast to what was going on. And the one world Tartarians tell you a whole different story. With scholarly,
in Hawaii, huh?
The one world Tartarians.
Yeah, that's the book I bought. Sent you a copy and me a copy, yeah.
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 Yeah. And the book is packed with understanding. The book is packed with so much. So that's why when I be around places and everybody be saying, well, you know why we're not X, Y, and Z and this, not and the other. I always stop people in their tracks. I say, no. I said, if we know all this why we're not, Noble Malik, if we know all this why we're not this, well, we could, if that's the case, we could throw that variable out the way. Then that means there's no stumbling block. Why? Because we recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're telling me. Because see, I like to take the things and use it for power. So if we recognize this as a stumbling block, I think we have the power and ability as we come together to overpower that. You see? And
absolutely.
So
together.
That's all I'm saying, the connectivity, to spread it. I'm telling you, they want us to have a low vibration. Don't y'all see it? When people be talking about a so-called a war. No, we are. It's still a spiritual thing because the flesh is dirty. The flesh is nothing. Right? Yeah, this is a spiritual and understanding to where like this what need to be resurrected. What a spiritual and who we are is still not in the forefront. Still today, and it's nobody's fault. And it's nothing that we can do to beg. It's nothing nobody can give us until we understand what collectively. It's nothing else. Yes, it's nothing else. And this is what I be saying is like, come on, family. It ain't like you got to put on no fez like me. It ain't like you got to wear no turban like Malik or be morosely fresh like he be decked out.
Well,
but we like it. And I say I respect everyone else for their culture. But what I'm telling brothers and sisters, I said, there is no way that we, as brothers and sisters, are going to be able to move forward with what? At least recognizing who we are. Being able to sit down, especially if brothers that say they Moors or no matter if you this religion, that religion, okay, but it's still a piece missing. What? Who you are. Because I guarantee you have a conversation with any one of my brothers, even with us, we'll sit down and we'll be smiling with each other because we're not going to debate. We're going to be able to hear what you're saying and understand where you at with what you're talking about. That's all. Everybody been to that level, you know, but sometimes the water get deep, you know, the water get deep. You might only been in shallow waters.
You better put your life as so like that's coming around here.
So I, like I said, man, I understand what everybody is saying though, man, but I just don't want us to really put, how can I say it, Malik, so much pressure on us, like we're so far behind, because you got to remember we can catch up. And when I say we, I mean those that's on like minds, those that's operating on a certain vibration, those that know it's keys, you know, and it's assets that we're dealing with. I think we can do something beautiful, man. That, you know, and like I said, how I know, man, I mean people. Like I said, like I mean people. I'm like, okay, so a couple people like, you from Flint? I'm like, yeah, of course. But you know, everybody you don't remember and XYZ. But when I say this, y'all, like it's so much, it's so much, how can I say, uh opportunity. It's so much opportunity for a group of people to I have to say it, take over some things and look at and really look at some things. I always say this, y'all, because today is what, Saturday, right?
Yep.
And so think about what we're saying. Today is our civic class and XYZ, and we talk about history and all that. But I promise y'all, we have to get into this think tank of using some of our pennies to own things. I promise y'all, man, especially under a certain auspices, especially under a different tax status to where these things trump, you know, this, that, and the other. Because one, you have the right, and it's community service. Like all these things that a like-minded people can really take advantage of, especially today, you know. And that's why I ask people, are y'all really looking at what's going on and what people are doing that know exactly who they are? When I say that, they're not begging for anything. There's no reason to beg. People talk about they got to make their own. I ask everybody, have you ever read the Constitution with all 20 sections? I don't think everyone really did that, Malik. And I say, when you do these things and when you look at certain things and when you have a clear understanding, you would be able to say, wait a minute, I think we haven't done our due diligence. And that's all. And that's all I'll be saying. I'm like, listen, I ain't arguing with your religion. Like I said, I'm not Orthodox. I don't believe in nothing outside of myself. I understand where you at, but you can't throw that on me. You know, that is that a level of for a building block for some people, you know? But for who I am, understanding my nationality and my spirituality, and as a teacher, that share things with our brothers and sisters, that we have this right. We don't have to beg for nothing. We don't have to foam at the mouth. You know, we don't have to do nothing illegal. All we have to do is understand as a group, understand our religious rights, understand these other principalities that go with professing, proclaiming, proclaiming, and having due process. Like, these are things that need to be understood. These are things that need to be taught the right way. So when it's done, it's not done in a malice matter. Remember, nothing that's good for you is done in a malice manner. Think about that. Anything that somebody bringing you, especially today, should be from some understanding, and what they telling you has already been done. It's being demonstrated. You know, nothing more, nothing less. I promise y'all. So the building block of what I'm able to show us, if people are willing to sit down and look at, just like, for instance, I always take what they call the hardest hit fund, or the urban community. And I use my neighborhood like Flint, Michigan. Man, it's so much stuff for sale. And when you do a little bit more research on the agriculture land around around the city, you start realizing what's really, really going on. You know, you start realizing the land, and we already knew the historicalness of the land and the nativeness of the land, but you really, really start getting the eye on it, because everything happened in circles, and you'd be like, well, golly. But that's a whole nother that's a whole nother teaching, man. That's a whole nother teaching, y'all. But I always want to share this with brothers and sisters about acquiring things, and just always having an ideal of who you are, and building and owning and having your thing, and having those things with your group or your family protected. I wanted to talk about that today because, like I said, we talked about all this. And that's why I be saying, man, like, people really be pulling our stuff up that I would never, ever think would pull our YouTube channel up. Like, for real, y'all, like that. And stuff be blowing my mind. And it's like, well, damn. Like, it really blew my mind. But these things, man, that how I say that how the Sopranos did on TV and how brothers and sisters can do things the right way if they sit and learn and be able to purchase things in their neighborhood and outside of their community. Because I'm home, I hear people talking about things all the time, like they wish they can get some land and they wish they this and that and the other. And I said, now
they can.
Yes, Malik, but you know, people be when I be ear hustling, other people be ear hustling. And somebody was like, man, you ain't got to tell nobody nothing, brother. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, you ain't got to tell nobody where you get nothing from. They're like, why? He's like, you don't owe that to nobody, you know? And I said, but shit, excuse my candor. It ain't no mystery to me. I would want brothers and sisters, when you're doing things and you familiar with people and you have some things in like mind, you will build in that, you know, radius amongst each other. That becomes a community of the same people in a certain area. You see what I'm saying? Especially a way that's out. And so I would love those things, you know, when I tell people, but these things must be understood. It must be understood like these things, everybody have to be serious. Like, so it's so much to be done. But once again, I see we wasting a lot of time, with all due respect. With all due respect, because like all my brothers, we live in all different areas. Just imagine to say if Malik stayed in a certain area. I'm just using the area, say Malik stayed in Ohio. And then Ohio, it's just like Flint, houses everywhere. This, that, and the other. Builders, this, that, and the other, you know? And you've seen people on social media say they invest in houses in these neighborhoods and fix them up and X, Y, Z, and it always turn to Fuji dust. Not who, all of it turn to Fuji dust. I don't have enough fingers and toes to name the Fuji dustness. So I'm keeping it real, man. And so
that hurt when I laughed from the workout. Sorry.
But for real. But just say, I'm just gonna say it's me, Malik. And I say, well, man, I got the damn land bank list. Somebody say, what the hell is land bank, Sheik? I don't have time to be going to no houses in Flint land bank. And I say, well, I got a crib in Flint. You know, my parents stay in Flint. I can, you know, go back and forth. It ain't nothing. And go to these viewings. If brothers got money and they operate on a certain entity, or if they're not operating on the entity I'm talking about, it's still what? An ally, an asset. It's an asset. How? Because you have that voice, you have that person that's able to turn you on to these things. And imagine you got people that know how to fix the stuff up, that know how to pull the permit, that know how to do the electrical work and the drywall. Just imagine, you know? Yep. Just imagine. And so I always show people blueprints, and I'm like, dude, it's happening again in our neighborhood in my city of Flint. It's happening all over again. What? Because when people move out and the houses be raggedy, because I told y'all, my family owned 2 houses in the neighborhood. And once the house is gone, they're gone. Once all the people from the church is gone, they're gone. Because people moving out the community, the whole community going to be like a dead zone. With no disrespect. Why? Because it's already in the blueprints for it can be bought for change. I'm telling you, if anybody look in the city in our Flint, man, Malik, in certain neighborhoods where everybody stay, it ain't no elementary schools, it ain't no high schools, it's nothing. None, zero. It's blocks and blocks of either abandoned houses, like a bomb hit it, like it's Beirut, or something like it was World War I, or it ain't no houses. And when I say side streets, I mean it might have been, Malik, 10 houses on one side and 10 houses on the other side of the street. You know, street in the middle, sidewalk on each side. It literally no house on each side. You hear me?
Yeah, I understand.
Whole streets. And when I went home. And this is what I'm on, I hope I'm inspiring someone, you know. I really am, because this is where I really want to go. I say, man, when I go, I'm home right now. And I'm blessed to have my dad and my mom. My mom going through her recovery, I'm blessed, you know. But when I talk about things and I see stuff in the city and I go down streets I grew up on and there's no houses on each side, and I'm like, damn, we can own this whole freaking block. tennis shoe money. And then we operate on a certain entity. This is why I be saying the churches don't do. I said, no way I'm a church in the neighborhood and I want to lead a community. Why would you want to lead a community and you know, and you should know all what I know? Man, you buy the whole goddamn neighborhood. Huh?
Why did everybody leave?
I don't know. But right now, Malik, it's a big church, one of the biggest, well, I don't say the biggest, but yeah, it's a big church on DuPont. The church, they just shut down, talking about they moving to bigger and better places. Where?
Smaller land.
No, man, they moving out the community, man.
No, I'm saying, but they're going to buy bigger houses with smaller land. The lot sizes that you're talking about is bigger than the houses being built today.
Man, yes, I'm talking about Malik. Wait till you come to Flint, bro. You're gonna be like, God damn, Sheik. We're gonna go down to land bank. We're gonna buy some property here. I'm talking about it, like it's property right now on side streets where it might have been 5 houses on one side. We'll make a deal, let them know what we're trying to do. We'll get all 5 lots next to each other. Boom. We probably can be able to get a whole street. And the lady I sent y'all, her name is Mama Sue on Instagram. And she running for mayor in Highland Park, if I'm not mistaken. And her son, was taken out. I don't want to say the word, but just like my brother was taken out. And yeah, and she's running for mayor in Highland Park, but she owned down near she owned the whole street. Got a community center, a store, a whole basketball court. Be doing all type of stuff for the community, and bought the whole block. And yeah, bro. And right in our community, man, it's just like that. I'm talking about literally, we can go on the street I used to stay on, Patterson, go up Patterson, turn right on Proctor, the whole goddamn block on both sides, no houses until you get to the corner one. And somebody just got this yellow house. I bid on it. I lost the bid. It's a nice, it can be okay, but somebody got it. And there was another house on the corner, but they tearing it down. So the rest of the whole block is nothing on both sides. It used to be 8 houses on both sides.
Gentrification.
Yeah, it's happening, and that's why I'm telling you. And that's why
gentrification, because we're not part of it.
And that's what I'm saying, Malik. Having an eye, just like when I was saying, if it was you, and we have the eye, like, man, this social media is so powerful. Where you can pull real people together and do real things, and people don't lose. You know what I mean? And people don't get caught up in dealing with no bull crap or looking at or trying to be somebody's lifestyle. No, I'm talking about people doing real things where you can be like, well, it's a lot of houses, getting you in the right position. That person that's finding them, that's work for them. So long, if you okay with making sure that individual is sending you the right way, I don't have a problem with somebody handling that for me as part of their business, especially if I live out of state. Hell, I'm with that. You telling me you can go and view the building? You telling me you and your crew can go in there and tell me what it look? Is it, should I buy this one? Yeah, you got people to fix it? Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying, man. And it's the east side of the neighborhood, Malik, and a lot of the Latinx, they're buying it up, their community, their tribe. It used to be a lot of motorcycle clubs on the east side, which is a lot of them are old buildings. They done bought all of them and they done gave them to them for nothing. And so, yeah, man, because it's no other community I really been able to really, really, really get cool with, but the Latino community. When I was down at the Gus Macker, and I met the lady that that's there, and she was like, "Why don't you come here and let me show you some things?" I'm like, "Where is that?" I'm like, "Damn, I ain't even know this. This been here for 25 years." She like, I said, "Holy mackerel!" Some things you just never phantom, and I never phantom it, and so I'll just be inspired with what we doing, and everybody be like, "Well, what organization y'all sponsor?" I said, "Well, we the founders," and they were like, "Well, doing all this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so it's honorable what we doing when it's compared to people that's doing these things, is very honorable. And I said, and I'm like, man, I know we're gonna get there. The value of what we produce, is so is so, how can I say, great. But I just wanted to say that I don't know if anybody else wanted to share anything or talk about ownership or anything, and just the importance of coming together and having these type of ciphers. Anybody got anything they want to add? Let me grab something. Yeah, I got it. But yeah, what time we at? Yeah, we got 46 minutes. But yeah, family, and Morris, I always like to get on here and spread light. What do you say? Thank you. Thank you too, man. I always like to get on here and spread light, bro, and talk to everybody on Saturday, and just hope we get to a place where we can start dealing with each other, man. Oh, thank you too. And really, really, get informed. But with that being said, if y'all don't have nothing else, I don't have nothing else. I just want to give that little degree. Don't want to stay too long and put too much on you that you can't handle. But you have the opportunity to get these books that I showed y'all if you want them. All my information is in the bio. And I say, I want you to get those. If they're important to you, you can donate whatever you want. If it's important to you, I'll make sure you get them emailed. I always like to do that for brothers and sisters, those that's interested in it. I did it for some people last night, Well, actually, I did it yesterday. And then now people are like, well, can I? I'm like, yeah, of course you can. But same as today. And I think if y'all on here, I thank y'all for that. That was real generous. But anyone else, man, once again, please reach out to us. If there are any topics that you may want to have a good, how can I say, good discussion, because we don't debate, we're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to ask us a question or hit us up. Any other thing, man, like that you may have been following, or you may be swayed to do, or someone trying to sway you to do these things, do certain things. Maybe someone here or myself can ask you a series of questions to challenge, to make sure you know exactly what you're doing is for the betterment and not only yourself and everyone around you. So at least give yourself the opportunity for that, because all this stuff is going on in the world, no matter what it is. At least give yourself the opportunity for that, no matter what you believe in, no matter what you professing, because once again, I always tell people, we shouldn't be arguing over these type of religious semantics, or no disrespect, I call it religious folly, because in the context of folly, when we do these things, it's folly. There's bigger things that we should have in agreement, and that's who we are as a people. With all due respect, So I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for taking time out your day listening to me. And once again, man, I got some wisdom for y'all. But research, what's the book I told y'all? Fahrenheit what?
Fahrenheit 451.
Fahrenheit 451, y'all. If y'all haven't got the book, get it. Probably next week we're gonna talk about it in book club. But it's it really eye-opening as you look back in things and look at things that's going on today. Right?
Yeah.
So Moso was good. How you, Noble? I just wanted to hear.
No, doing good, no.
It's just good to hear. Okay, man. How's everything going on your end?
Doing good, man. Just grinding with all these different income streams I've been building, man, honestly.
Oh, Islam. You still doing the tea, right?
Oh yeah. Doing teas, stretching, You know.
You in Maryland, right?
Oh yeah, the DMV,
Y'all hear where you say you at again?
DC, Maryland, Virginia.
If y'all ain't any DC people on here, the other day we had St. Louis people on here. I hope we start connecting, man. Like, I mean, come on, it's a big community on this other platform I'm on. I mean, let's start connecting. Just like my brother and them be running. I be seeing y'all doing y'all. I be seeing y'all doing y'all running thing.
Indeed.
And see, I always look at numbers because numbers mean so much. Just imagine myself if that many people, Malik, that's running like that is on the same level of investing in something.
Man,
Like serious stuff. Not
man,
nothing. I don't know BS. Talk about I know a gold mine in Nigeria.
man.
I'm talking about that many of people, Moso, because it's a lot. And I'm just using this because we talking business. No disrespect to nothing, but the gathering of people. What I'm saying, I love the gathering of us. Now, just imagine that gathering of people before they run or before they do this. We say, hey, man, we got it's this amount of us, and we got this amount of money together collectively, which is nothing, man. Not only we running per se, but we really running where? To the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for real though, Malik, like we at this level, we grown. Why can't we talk about the power and money? We already righteous.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Definitely.
Pretty much.
I'm dead serious. I just look at things and I say, hey man, because I love beautiful stuff. I said, okay, well now can we go to another level? Because people coming together for a mission like that, Noble Maso, look at the power and look at the creator, no matter what nobody believe in, what y'all believe in, one accord, running, don't you?
Right.
They coming, ain't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's more than 20 people, ain't it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know. What about 50?
Definitely.
Double. I'm telling you, that's a lot. That's a lot of unity. That's a lot of unity. And people that especially say if somebody in that group was running for a political office or just councilman or something in that area, just
there was one. I met one. I did.
I know you, but the grouping of that type of people with that type of economic power, where people don't be looking at it like that. That grouping of people is a form of economic power.
Right.
Consistently.
Right.
And so this is why I say I'm inspired, man. Like I'm inspired, Mofo, and I'm telling you, I hope you're looking at things as inspiration and taking pieces and things and taking it to the next level because that's who you are. Right. See these pieces to your puzzle because I see it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk, Moso. I know we'll get ready to get off, but I'm glad you're here. I see it. I see the gathering. I see everything. I said, man, take them pieces, man. I promise you, and that's power. Whoever putting that together, because y'all wouldn't started like that, did you? Was you when y'all was first doing it?
That group, I don't think they were. I mean, they've been growing. They've been around, but but one of a young brother at a wellness event I vended at one time, and you know that little area. They got this one area they call the dojo. They be working out and stuff. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is in any urban community, man. We just trying to be as healthy as possible, man. I mean, a lot of the fast food and Chinese food and all these processed drinks, I mean, they've really done a damage to our community. So I mean, like you said, the fact that we can consistently come together and meet up, and like you said, even using our nonprofits to, just find ways to do these things in all our cities, There's so many runs for different causes and 5Ks for breast cancer awareness and all these different things. And that's, that was kind of one of the first things I got into. Was my little cousin. She has a MS. I remember doing a walk for that for her. So I mean, just just like y'all, we all inspire each other with the fitness, with Malik, with you, Sheik, with running. Being able to do it in a group and have your routine by yourself. I mean, it definitely builds a healthy lifestyle, healthy habits.
Oh yeah. So we got to do that mental, that's physically, right? Spiritually, financially, and mentally, right? But we got to do it like the running, basically, as an example, as a group doing it together, right? And what she is saying is, why can't we do that together in the community and build?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
I mean, bro, and that's why I said I love everyone, man. Like I'm home. I said, man, I know too many people. Like at some point, you be so happy, you be crying. Right. I can call 20 people right now, and I say, let's go have a cigar, and they all go meet me there.
Right.
But then when we talk about going, financially get together and prosper, right? It'd be right. Or we can go, put the cowboy boots on and two-step dance. You know what I mean? The what do they call that? Synchronized dancing. What do they call that? Line dancing. Yeah, we could go line dancing, and they'll spend money. They'll go drink and do all of that, right? But what about coming together to be financially sound?
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. Building a community where we all do it together. We'll go do all that other celebration stuff together on somebody else's dime, renting somebody else's property instead of having our own place to go to. Right? I seen a group out here where I'm from. They're going from place to place to rent it. But what if y'all all come together? Because y'all coming together in one place to go rent it. Why not come together in one place to go buy it and to be your own? You don't have to go ask nobody for nothing.
You own it. Yeah. You own it. And you only go in there a certain time out the year so you can rent out to others.
No, I mean, they do this religiously every week.
Oh, yeah. See? Yeah, you might as well. Yeah. And see, Malik, that's just like the hustler in the neighborhood, just renting a car every week, spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on it. You could have been and bought one. But, the mindset.
I mean, I see the big picture. I understand. You already know I understand because you see where I'm at. Well, I kind of pushed you along for this second. Second piece of
that's why I'm glad we didn't hang up off of here, Malik, because like man, I'll be doing something like I said, man. My brother Malik, that's what I was saying. How everybody had the aspiration that he like, man, no, let's do this. Like, why not? I'm like, yeah, right. Why not? But when it's to have someone that you can do things together while you're doing things on your own, and you have the choice to say, well, I'd rather do this than this other stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you got me there. So I was like, wait, hold on, wait, what are we doing?
Yeah, because like I said,
paper is that we went to build it, it's still land. We own it outright. It's not somebody else's. It's private property.
Yeah.
It ain't a house. It's actually land. We can go just sit on it if we want to.
Yeah, which we doing.
No, sit on it, like go to the land and sit on it, like
and put a trailer on it and chill overnight. Yeah,
park my car, right?
Right, camp out.
like literally, like camp out. And see, Malik, these are the real conversations that when people saying, "Can I get land?" I say, "Yeah, we got land. You can look at things like right now. We own a whole bunch of acreages. And we got another piece of acreage. But we definitely want people to know it's possible. We definitely want people to rock with us. We do. And if you don't want to rock with us specifically, we still want to put you in the right direction because we can be neighbors. We can be neighbors. Like, hey, like I love to be people neighbors, especially we rock together. How? Say you got your people and I got my people, and we bartering together and we building up, and we got our tribe, our brothers. We got 5 acres and y'all got 5 acres, and we building our structures on it. We got our big pole barns on it, and all that's us. That whole thing. Everybody on one accord. Everybody got 4-wheelers. Everybody know each other. Where out on our land.
You seriously want a 4-wheeler? Why you keep seeing these 4-wheelers? You seriously want a 4-wheeler?
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you what. I promise you. I'm telling you. I said no. I want a 4-wheeler. I don't give a damn. My wife, she'd be like, "Dad, why you talking about?" I said, "Wait." I said, "Watch when we move on this land. I'm getting me a 4-wheeler. I don't give a damn. I'll be on that every day on that 4-wheeler, man. For real." Yeah. I see. I mean, and that's the thing. That's all I be talking about, just being inspired. And even Malik and Moso, when we talk about churches and when we talk about how the infrastructure, and that's when I talk about blueprints, things can be done good. Why? Because they all contingent on the people. It's the people. So nothing operates without the people. But I'm telling y'all, man, that's all I got to say. When people ask me where they want land and they can't get land, you definitely can come on here and cipher with me and my brothers. But you definitely can come on here because we're willing to steer people in the right direction. We really just show you where we got ours from. Why would we be gatekeepers like that?
Oh, that's a good question.
And that's what somebody asked me. They're like, why would they think you'd be? I don't know. But these are the conversations that we're not able to have. So people go to school and pay all that money for that. And I say, well, just give a donation. A workman is due his hire. And we can share information. We can say, well, XYZ. Malik can say, well, no, I ain't never heard of this XYZ, but we got these acreage from XYZ, and then we got this from here. And you can contact this person and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Man, thank you, man. I definitely need that. Why? Because that helped me get from this level to this level clean without going through no stumbling blocks. You see what I'm saying? So those ciphers is needed. These type of understandings. The only reason why we don't know nothing, Malik, is when people be like, damn, you don't think it's real because you don't know.
Nope, you don't know.
You know, everybody thought Amish was all misnomer Europeans. I know it. And when I met the Amish brother that showed me the acres, when we went to St. John's, Arizona. Acres. They got 40 acres. They got 200 acres, 200 acres in St. John's, Arizona. Beautiful land. Beautiful. 200. They grow hops, on their land, and they sell it locally because you got to have that hops for beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's where I saw all that stuff with my own eyes. I was like, whoa. I'm like, whoa. And they're like, you own something. They're like, yep, you get your right people to do what y'all need to do, but everything takes time. But us just getting this land, and I always tell people understand that when you a group of brothers and sisters, especially a brotherhood that's understand who y'all are and in a different tax bracket because of your understanding of what's going on, the first thing y'all should be doing is purchasing land. In the so-called urban community, once that understanding comes to a fruition, and definitely when I say like per se off the grid, where what you mean, where you under different rules, you know what I mean? You in a whole different area per se. You definitely want to be able to have those type of things, and you definitely want to have your center in the community for the people. All these things can happen, and so that's what I'm being able to see. Because the lady that owned the Latinx building, Malik, they own land. They own land back at home. They own all the goddamn gold property on the east side. She said, "Don't nobody else want it." I said, "I know." She said, "Didn't nobody else want it?" They organization, which is a nonprofit, they buy. They getting everything. and they do it. And look, and when we be thinking we so inventive, like, well, not inventive, but people be understanding what need to be done. So just like I say, it's whole blocks that have no houses. So a lot of the blocks, Malik, they done smoothed it out, and they're putting like a small unit, like apartments, like little detachments, like 2-bedroom, no levels, and they put them, they're sitting them down like boom, they're sitting them down, boom, and that's one of the blueprints that their company is doing, that nonprofit, and that like about like a mile radius. They got all the stuff donated to them, so they're gonna have their community, their cultural people move back to the community. That's what they're doing on the east side. Their community center was right, and they bought this community center. It looked like it used to be an old bank before you get on the highway. It's nice, and that's where their community center is. And that whole area right there, like a mile radius, they own the whole dango, all the houses. They showed me the blueprint. It's in their damn building. Hell, yeah. I'm like, wow. She was like, yeah. So they're making it right. A lot of the young people, and she was like, what's going to happen is going to be a lot of young people to be able to take advantage of these places. families. I'm like, that's smart. You know, that culture, that Latinx culture. I like it just, that's what I look at, y'all. I always look at these things and the power of the internet and influence, you know, even as people doing things bad, Malik, you know, because somebody says, say names. You know, I don't like to say names, but you know, it is some people on here that's adults that be talking crazy and money, a lot of money coming in. I just know what money can do when you write, and a lot of good things can happen. But with that being said, man, yeah, we had our hour time. We had a good time and a good conversation, y'all. But always think resources, man. And having these think tanks and these conversations for brothers can do this. We got to do this more. Peace.
Absolutely. Peace. We out of here.
I'm a spirit speaking, truth seeking, heart reaching, knowledge leaking, seeds sowing, harvest reaping, man of meager means. I have yet to leave, I'm still breathing. To quit, I have no reason. I mean, I'm asleep, but I be trying to live my dreams. I cannot even act if it's all easy. Either you gon' do it or you don't really. It ain't no in between. Baby, you can ask the sun, it's an everyday theme. Consistency in your routine is how you bring reality. Working like a slave, that's how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night